Mike from Living Walks. Hey, we're back. Guess where we are? We're in Sitges, Spain. Stay with us to the end. We're going to show you the very best bit at the end. That's your treat for staying with us. It's going to be good. I know you're going to like it. So here we are in Sitges. So you've probably heard of it. It's about 35 kilometers from Barcelona. Barcelona is Spain's probably most visited city, and it's the fifth most visited city in Europe, for a very good reason. And one of the reasons why is it has one of Europe's most loved beaches right here, San Sebastián. So this was voted by the New York Times. It was spoken of in the same sentence as Saint-Tropez and as Capri. So, good company. And here we are in April. So this is what you get in April. Today is about 16 or 17. Yesterday was warmer. I got up to early 20s. I must admit, I've got a little bit of a burnt nose, you'll be pleased to know. So if you could see me now, I might have to give my nose a little rub for good luck. This is a Sunday, so Sundays tend to be quite quiet. The shops are going to shut, but of course, being a bit of a tourist destination, cafes, etc. are going to be open. Sitges' oldest pub since 1956. I guess it was the oldest pub in 1956, and maybe it's still the oldest pub. Don't you wish you were here? I do. I wish I was here. By the time you're watching this, I won't be here. So stay with us to the end. We're going to learn a bit about Sitges. Learn a little about why it is famous. So you probably know, if you've heard of it, it's famous for, first of all, the LGBTQ community and culture that happens here. It's famous, obviously, for its beaches. The one we just saw, San Sebastián, is just one of 17. That's right, 17. All right, so if you want a beach to yourself, you can probably find one. But why you'd want to do that, I don't know. It seems a little bit unsocial. Are you unsocial? You know what? I don't feel that you are the sort of people to be unsocial. After all, you're walking with us today on this glorious day. It's a nice suit. Looked like Rupert the Bear, didn't he? Anyway, look at that sea. So Sitges, so 35 kilometers from Barcelona. What can we say about it? So how do you pronounce it? I'm pronouncing it Sitges. And you think, oh, hang on, it's really in Spanish. That quirky little G should be a Sitges. But no. See, we're in Catalonia. You fools. Did you not know we were in Catalonia? Barcelona is in fact the capital of Catalonia. Catalonia is just one of, I think it's 17 regions in Spain. So they have their own flag, and of course they speak Catalan here. Okay, so this is a town. We're following Rupert the Bear again. This is a town of two languages. So Catalan, and the normal Spanish you're probably more aware of is Castellan. So Catalan is not a dialect. It's a completely self-contained language of its own. Has its own history. If you've seen it written, there's certain elements of French to it. But anyway, they're treated equally here. Everywhere you see signs for both languages. This is nice. Now, So if I was to go up here to the left, we'd be going through the Baluard, the old fortified city here, and that's where the big reveal is. But we're going to come all the way back here, and we'll see that at the end. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make you lurch to the right, this way. Come with me. You know you want to. Oh, do you like it when we go around corners? We like to introduce corners. It builds suspense, sense of mystery. Where are we going? What's around that corner? Stay to find out. Get a nice sunny day. These poor old British bones are being warmed most lovingly today. This is a nice area, isn't it? Picture yourself sitting here, having a coffee. I'm seeing if we see any Sitges flags around. I'll point them out if we do. Sitges flag. It's a red cross on a white background. In the middle of the cross is a little yellow fortress. Oh, shall we go that way? Let me show you this way first, and then we're going to go around that corner. So I just want to show you there's a couple of art galleries around here that you might be keen on seeing. So it's not just these lovely back streets that Sitges is known for. Oh, there we are. That's Modern Art Museum. Not taking any visitors at the moment. Well, it's Sunday, isn't it, I suppose? Gonna have a day off. So it's once thought of really like a small Ibiza. And in the 60s, it was a centre of, I suppose you could say, the counterculture. Not people who like serving behind counters as a super drug, but no, as in people who want to live a different lifestyle, rather like myself, in fact. I hear the bells. Nowadays, it's probably more like it quite. Aren't you glad that I shut up there? You hear the bells? So we'll walk around here and then we're going to get down that street there. Before we do, come this way. My cheeky little beasts. Might want to know, by the way, I'm feeling a little perky today. I've had a coffee. I didn't sleep very well. I had 2 hours sleep. Not for any interesting reason. Oh, hang on. Here they go. Did you like that little teasing glimpse of the sea? Well, you've got to wait to the end. You've got to come back and to see the full reveal. Oh, look, I like a palm tree. Nice palm tree. Water here. Don't drink it. Actually, it's probably all right, actually, if you're used to it. But everyone we know here seems to be drinking bottled water. I think it's all right, you know, you can boil it up, use it for tea and coffee. Anyway, I just say I'm feeling perky today. Hope you are too. Hope that shows in the walk. We're going down here. Remember, stay to the end, by the way, so you get the big reveal. Follow me. Let's go down here. Sun's out, perfectly timed. That's the thing with all these little alleyways, etc. You've got to get the lighting right, haven't you, really? Only a certain point in the day when there's enough people out and we've got enough light on the buildings. Anyway, I was saying, in some ways, Sitges can be thought of as a little bit like a Saint-Tropez now, more than a Ibiza, not so much the counterculture, though of course very well known for its gay-friendly community. But before the 60s even, famous painter here, Santiago Rossignol, lived here. Now he was a leader of the Modernisme movement, and of course if you've come to Barcelona and you know anything about Gaudi, which you have, because pretty much probably every tourist attraction you've seen has some influence of Gaudi upon them. Gaudi also was part of that movement. Rossignol was what we call prolific. So in his time he produced was it 1,000 paintings and numerous works of writing. I wish I was that prolific. Although we're up to 400 odd videos now, so hint hint, why don't you go and watch some of them? What else can I say about the town? Well, there's about 4,500 hotel beds. Did I say there's 17 beaches? I think I did. I'm not just rubbing that in. Oh, hang on. Gin Palace. I'm going to stop there later. What else we got? So there's a lot of foreign population here. So 35% of the residents here are from the UK. Not all the UK. So France. We've got the Netherlands. And we've got Scandinavia. You can see why. It's a pretty nice place to live. And again, you've got the whole culture of Barcelona on your doorstep. Are you a fan of ports? Do you like a bit of naval action? Not naval gazing, so something different. Yeah, if you want like sitting on a boat, if you like doing other things on a boat. There are 3 ports here, so this is the only town in Spain that has 3 ports. We took a walk to the nearest one, just yesterday in fact. Let's try and pronounce it. So, the Galdors. Port de Galdors, and that's quite nice. There's got some fairly expensive restaurants, but that's what you get when you're paying for a nice view. Very pleasant. It's not a long walk, so if you're worried about your twig-like legs not coping with the walking action, don't worry, you're up to it. These side streets are lovely, aren't they? Now, if you are a fan of fantasy films, science fiction films, so you're into a bit of Game of Thrones, that sort of thing, then, nearly. You're interested to know that they have here an International Fantasy Film Week here. It's in October, I believe. Started in 1968. Took a little while to get off. There was a problem with the fact that they couldn't show any films with subtitles, so a bit of a limited audience, but really popular now. Let me soak up the atmosphere a bit here. Oh, I know where we are. You'll be pleased to know. Okay, hang on a minute. Now. Oh, by the way, that there is a thing. So, certainly aware of it in Barcelona. It's a thing every year. People try and make a tower as high as possible. I think the tallest one was like 9 stories of people. It's only in recent times, so the person at the top is always a child. I think it's only in recent times that they've decided, actually, the poor child at the top, maybe about 40 foot up in the air, maybe they should have a crash helmet. You'll be pleased to know they do have crash helmets now. As for the people underneath them, no such luck. Just hope the child bounces. I want to show you this building here. Why? Because I like buildings. And some of you might like buildings. So this is where it all happens, really, down this street here. So if you come here at any time, and again, it's not far from Barcelona. We took the main train. You get a fast one, you could be here in 40 minutes. I don't believe people who tell you it's 20 minutes, it's not. Okay, that's what we were told. Not entirely true. A lovely atmosphere. If you're a fan of croissant, particularly ones with Nutella, oh, I'll tell you what, I'm going to show you somewhere. I'm going to show you somewhere later. It was just too good. Too good. I might be forced to have another one. Really, really sickly, but in a good way. Sick can be good. This was fantastic. It wasn't your cheap sort of pre-made Tesco's variety. It was dripping with Nutella, beautiful, crisp. I think we're past that place, and I'll show you. Did I say what Sitges means? Did I miss that out? You got any idea what it means? Some of you do. Guido does, don't you, Guido? Yeah, okay, he does. Yep, so he's our cameraman again, say. He's our imaginary cameraman, of course. We have a growing imaginary YouTube team as our channel continues to expand its horizons, obviously into merchandise and TV and film. We're also looking at building out a network of play schools. So if you're an imaginary play school coordinator and you've got plenty of skill and talent, please do send your CV in. So Sitges, what does it mean? Well, it's Old Catalan. Okay, it means, I do believe, underground silo, but particularly for grains, you see. So I'm guessing, I could be wrong here, but I'm guessing at some point there were some underground grain silos here. Do you ever find that when you go travelling? Maybe you find that there's a place you've always wanted to go, you've always dreamed because it's got an evocative name. Or maybe you wander around Spain for the first time and you see like a little arrow pointing and it says El Pueblo Viejo, and you go, oh, that sounds so dreamy. And of course, when you get there and you realise all it means is it's the old village. How many times have you had that? Go to somewhere different, you see an evocative sounding restaurant name, you go, oh, that sounds nice. Stick it to Google Translate, it just means, hey, big fish, or something like that. Still, That is the beauty of not bothering to learn foreign languages. Unfortunately, that's not me, though. Yvonne and I have been practicing our Spanish a little for this. How might you learn Spanish if you wished? Well, I swear by the Michel Thomas courses. They're fantastic. They don't require any notes. They don't require memorization. Is this sounding good to you? It's sounded good to me. And actually, I saw a documentary on him. Michel Thomas, I think he fought in the French Resistance. This is World War II, by the way, for some of you who are quite young. He was captured by the Gestapo, that's the word. I just put my teeth back in. They were kind of the bad guys. And tortured. He survived though. But very well known for just how many languages he was able to teach himself. Now you can get a free sort of version of this if you go onto YouTube and you look for a channel called Spanish with Paul. Okay, doesn't sound the most exciting, does it really? Like, okay. But Paul is excellent. I'm not being paid for this, by the way. He doesn't know me, I don't know him. But he teaches very much in the style of Michel Thomas, builds it up very quickly. Try one of his little free, like 1 hour courses online. I said on YouTube. In an hour, it's surprising what you'll pick up. Yeah, it's great. It's really good fun. So anyway, and if you're coming somewhere like this, you've got to try and pick up a bit of language, haven't you? Now, I'm slowing down over this, not just to scare the people who are looking at the camera and going, oh shit, we're on YouTube. But this is where we had a really fantastic chocolate croissant, like Nutella. You go in and ask for croissant con Nutella. Prepare to die. Okay, undo your buttons on your belt. You're going to need it. We do good coffee, by the way, too. You know, sometimes, because we're quite far north in Spain here, so it's not always warm, but that's indoors there, but it feels outside. It feels like a courtyard. It's a good place to go. Do you like these tips, by the way? You know, from us on the ground here? I think you do, don't you? If you don't, do let us know, and we'll put more in them. Oh, this parrots, very famous pub and nightclub, really. Oh, there's Rupert again. Some more people sitting out. What a day. I think we might pass something interesting down here today. I'll see if they're open, see if that's the right road. I'm feeling much relieved as well at the moment, because when I started the walk I had the feeling, it's like, oh, you know, you sometimes do think I should have gone to the loo and I missed my opportunity, but luckily everything all seems to have held together. Now, Pashito here. Do you know what that's all about? So, and you notice the one cherry. Okay, so if you're aware of Pasha, I think you are, aren't you? So that was started, it's a chain of Spanish nightclubs, very famous. Obviously if you go to Ibiza, Pasha started in 67. They started here, Sitges. This was the very first one. Oh yes, it was. Don't tell me otherwise. Now, that little one there, that's kind of its little brother. Okay, and probably why it's only got one cherry. Oh, hang on. This is where we were sitting moments ago, having a coffee out here. Yeah, so when it started, because you're probably used to the two cherry logo, aren't you really? Everyone knows that. very distinctive. It wasn't that to start with, was it? No, it was an eye, I believe, wasn't it? And there was a famous actress. Yep, the name will come to me later. Oh, we are. Let's come and have a look at the sea. Carmen Sevilla. Okay, that was it. I knew it'd come. Now, I'll tell you what, I'm going to pause around here for a bit because you probably want to see just what you're getting into. This is Sunday, the Sitges in April. Pretty active. Everyone's out. They've got the wave machine going. And they've got all the little toy boats out there, all the little remote control toy yachts with the tiny little plastic people in them. So they're going. So if you've been to any Spanish seaside towns, they've got these all over the place, haven't they? They've got Torremolinos, etc. You'll see a lot of them are called chiringuito. Now, interestingly enough, this was the very first one. It's got date there, 1913. So this is Spain's first beach bar, would you believe? Okay. And I guess it was the template for many, many more. The funny thing is, where does it get its name? So it's a bit odd. So apparently it's to do with the way in which they would drink coffee or process coffee in Cuba. And what they would do is they'd filter it through a system using sugar cane and a stocking. And that whole system somehow relates to chiringuito. And of course, this became a template and everyone seems to have just copied the name. Kind of works. But that was the first one. Lots of firsts happen here. I'm going to pop my head over the parapet so you can see this iguana beach bar over here. Things we do for you, really. The trouble we go to. Does that water look tempting? There's people in it today. So there's some building work in front of me. They're renovating the boardwalk. What we're going to do is avoid that. I'm sure you don't want to see it, do you? Give you another look back there. It's more likey, isn't it? We're here by the sea. Would you believe it? You see a lot of whales off the coast here, well, just a little bit further. El Garraf. Something like 300 sightings a year. That's pretty good, isn't it, really? Why do they come? Do they come from the nightclubs? No. Do they come for the cold water? Do they come for the sunbeds? No. So they come to feed, apparently. That's what they've discovered. They've got to have a reason, haven't they, really? I was a little bit disappointed. I did like the idea they just come for a holiday. But then maybe life for whales is just a constant holiday. Obviously, they're not being hunted so much these days. Have you ever thought what it's like to walk along in front of hundreds of people and talk to yourself into a camera while pointing the camera at those people? It's all right, actually. Get used to it. And of course, actually, we're not trying to make anyone uncomfortable at all. We're not trying to point it at the people. We're just showing you, giving you a sense of what life is like here. There just happens to be people in the shop. And also, don't we all like it? You got people in the shop. You see some walks and there's nobody around. But we're all attracted to people. We're all attracted to stories. We're hardwired. And so, walks are always better with somebody in them. There's a little dog taking his master for a walk. So it's curious, isn't it, how we all huddle together as people, as tourists. Get some cafes are just full, people queuing up to get in, and one next door is empty. Why is that? Is that because surreptitiously, or rather subconsciously? It's not surreptitious, is it? There's a different word. That's to do with goldfish. Subconsciously, I think we believe that if there's lots of people in there, it must be good. And we're all sheep, aren't we? Well, I'm not, clearly. Although I am doing YouTube, which I suppose actually is kind of sheepish, isn't it, really? Balward, the defended city. This city was defended by its big iron cannons for over 200 years, including fighting off some of the English. Can I say English? I can say English, can I? Yep, the English. 1797, those cannons drove off. There was a bunch of English frigates that came here, trying to chase down some merchant ships. We're trying to take safe harbour here. The cannons fired and fired for hours and hours and hours. I'm assuming that wasn't just because they take a very long time to reload. There was probably actually a lot of cannonballs firing. And the British, or the English, were driven off. I take no pleasure in that, being English myself. But I do know that we were a bit naughty in the past. Although, if you look at our politics now, maybe some things haven't changed so much. There's quite a few bronze statues around here. See one here, there's a couple further up. It's a mermaid. You can tell by the human top half and the bottom half of a prawn. Gambas. I shouldn't stand there too long. Reminding me that I haven't been to the loo yet. So I said we're leaving the best to the end. Some of it we are. Saint Bartholomew. It's a Baroque style church. What does Baroque style mean? Well, it means like that, basically. Look at that church. That's Baroque style. Now you know. Come on, education. If only it was always so simple. Of the crinkly bit of ironwork at the top there with that bell. Wouldn't like to have to get up there and clean that off. Big doors at the front. You know what they say about churches with big doors. Oh, there's Guido's friends over there, getting ready for do some B-roll. This is the shot you're waiting for, isn't it? But there is more. Stay with us. I know you want to skip ahead. Don't skip ahead. Don't do it. You'll regret it. You punch yourself if you do. Come on, let's go this way. So we should pass the Palau de Marcel. That's how it is. It's a art museum. All the art museums here, not art galleries. What's particularly nice, actually, if you can actually get it while it's open, is it's actually the building itself. Absolutely stunning. So it's an old seaside residence, but the vistas out to sea from the verandas are lovely. And the minute, so this is April, according to the website, it's open on a Sunday between 10 and 2. So you know, you blink and you miss it. Oh, do you know what? Today is a Sunday. And guess what? That's right, it is between 10 and 2. Well, look, this is very rare. Shall we have a peek? Come on, let's have a look. Okay, that's it. That's all you get for now. Oh, now look up there, that bridge. So we've seen a few of those in our time, haven't we? Oxford, do you remember that one? There's one in Venice, and of course there's that lovely little one in Mdina in Malta. Of course you remember those. And then down here, oh, that's a nice old door, isn't it? And then look here, yeah, so look at this. Palau de Marcel. And indeed, this coincidentally, this is the 4 hours of the week that this is actually open. We stick our head in. I'm too tight to pay, and actually we are walking, so. I'll have a look. So, get yourself in here. That is a foretaste. It's a lovely crusty little reef along there, isn't it? Are we looking at the same thing? I hope we're looking at the same thing. Ah, they've heard us coming, they're applauding. That's nice of them. On the right, Museo de Maracat. Lots of things to do with Maracat here.
La lugar es la Gaita de la Gran 2, al barri de les Botigues. Era per l'agost del 2020 on van començar una creuada conjuntament per davant amb joves a la Gran 2. Mentre una de les més cabdals que tenien era l'ubicació del servei de recollida de residus. Si volgués obrir la Gaita, que és una dona que no té
Tú eres catalán, será que tú no parlas catalán.
L'alto és...
Do you know where we are? San Sebastian, we're back here again. Voted, did I say, the best beach in Europe. I can't pretend, well I could pretend, but I'm not going to, that would be dishonest. I can't pretend to know what's happening here. It looks like, if I had a guess, it'd be a gathering of people with one person talking, but that's just me. What I am interested in, by the way, you see the yellow banner up there? El Jueves, or Jueves, so it means Thursdays. And it's a magazine. It's a satirical magazine, so a little bit like, so if you're from the UK, if you imagine something like Viz crossed with, say, Private Eye or Punch, it doesn't pull its punches. It's, I warn you, it's pretty pornographic, pretty rude. Really is, it doesn't treat politicians gently. But it's great fun. If you're ever in Spain, pick up a couple of copies. They're good fun. Also, I'll tell you what, the artwork is just amazing. I've always been a fan of Spanish artwork. I used to work in comics for a while. And yeah, Spanish artists, absolutely unique. This, of course, I guess is reminding us then of the film festival here. Oh yeah. Festival of Cinema. Well, I like these little posts here. Look like a bent, stubbed out cigarette. What's that for? Give you an idea. Is it for stubbing out your cigarettes? Or is it for holding your toothpicks? I'm not telling the answer, by the way, that'd be too easy. I'm feeling a little bit overdressed. Got a black jacket on. When I first started this walk, it was a little cool. What are we now, into an hour or something? Oh, sun's come out. I wish I could tell you the temperature. I haven't got my phone in my hand. We started at 16, I'd say we're at 20, 21. Like I said though, take heart on the fact that when you're watching this, I'm not here. No, I don't mean I'm a ghostly visage. I'm not here. So I'll probably be at home, or I'll probably be, somewhere different. We've got a few new places lined up. In fact, we've got some of our most favourite films of all time, absolute best sellers, crackers. We're going back and we're refilming some of them in glorious 4K, absolutely. Complete with smell-o-vision, scratch-o-vision. But for now, I'm going to leave you. I know. Don't worry, there will be more. We've got some films from Barcelona. I think you're going to really, really like. We've got a film of the Gothic Quarter we've just done. I've got to say, pretty spanking. Absolutely good. And until then, I'm going to leave you with a picture of, did I say, Europe's best beach. Take care. Subscribe and all that stuff if you choose to. If you don't worry about it. We love you the way you are. Take care. Adios.